So, hello everyone, welcome back to our channel again, and we are on the new machine below in the tryhackme section. So, we are back with the new machine, and in this video, we are going to hack this machine. So, if you are interested, you can watch the video. And I have already solved this machine, so I'm hiding the flag right now. But if I will reveal the flag at the last of this video, so if you want to see just only the flag, you can skip to your last of this video, and if you just want to know the process, then you can view the video. So let's get started, and I'm gonna deploy. I've already deployed the machine, so you can see here that I've already deployed it. So first of all, let's scan it with the nmap, and for that I will type the command nmap t4-a sv, and let's scan the top 1000 ports with the IP address, and this will gonna take some time, so I'm gonna stop this video until the scan is completed, and I will resume it when we have the scan results. So here our scanning is completed, and we can see here that we have opened 22 port, 80 port, 111, and these ports are here open. So first of all, we can see that 80 TCP port is open, so we will try this on our web browser, and here you can see what we have got it, and when with the source we have the same thing, nothing difference. So what we will do, we will copy this, and when what did I check that it may be an octal or hexadecimal, but for that I press the control F and type A, and you can see that we have match here, one of one match, and you can see that we have A here. And similarly I tried by typing F, and when we type F, here we also have the match with F. Let's see where it is. So you can see here, if you can't see, uh, there are a match with the F. So here we got it here, the F is here between two sixes, sorry, yeah, here you can see the F, and which proves that we have it is a hexadecimal, it can be a hexadecimal. So I tried it first, I tried it to convert hex to ASCII characters, and here let's copy the everything that we have on our page. So first let's remove this thing which are used to hide the flags, and here we go. So now let's paste it here, I'm sorry, here, and convert it into the sky characters, and we can see here what it is showing. Hey willow, here's your SSH private key, you know where the description key is. Okay, so let's copy it and paste it. Let's create a folder with the name willow, and move it to willow, then create a nano SSH. Let's create a key and paste it here. Now, so okay, now let's move to our terminal again, and you can see that we have a mount D service available here. So let's try, first move to root, and let's try show mount with the IP address. Okay, I'm sorry, here I have did some wrong. All I have to do is paste the IP address of the machine after typing show mount, and let's close this too and copy the IP address, paste it here, and when we paste it, okay, we sorry, show mount dash e, and then paste IP address, and here we can see the variable files failsafe. Okay, so if we need to mount it, first let's create a folder with the name mount file, and okay, and after that what we have to do, we have to just mount it. Okay, so for that we will type the command mount. Into the mount, the IP address colon, and where fail safe to the place where we need to mount it. So we have already create a folder which is mount file, and type the name of that folder, and when we press enter it will mount our file into that. So we have to wait for that, and we can see that we have completed it. Let's see what's inside the mount file. So mount file, and here we have our RSA key. Okay, so let's read this mount file and then RSA keys. Okay, so we have the public key pair and the private key pair. Okay, so now you can see the flag. I am going to open the flags. So because we need to see the hint for this, for the future part, here you can see the flags here. I'm not gonna hide this. You want to copy, if you can copy if you want to. So here we can see the hint, and we have the link here. So I first visit to the link, and in this link what it is told that it tells us what is the RSA encryption, what is symmetric and asymmetric encryption. So I'm gonna explain this all in the short. So this is the introduction, we don't need this, and if you want to know that you can read this by yourself. And here are some example. So here are the things that we need to understand. Asymmetric encryption. Okay, so what is asymmetric encryption? In asymmetric encryption we have the two keys, where one is used for decryption and another one is used for encryption. So here is in asymmetric encryption, what we do, if we encrypt our code or our file with one key, then it can be decrypted using the another key only. So here everything is written here, you can understand it by reading it briefly if you want to. I'm going to explain it in very short. And in the symmetric encryption, all we have to do, we have used a single key, same for the same for the decryption and same for the encryption. So here are the difference, and what we need in this write-up is the walkthrough, sorry, is the mathematics used in the RSA encryption. So in the RSA encryption, RSA key generation starts with two prime numbers. So okay, so in the RSA key encryption, we must have to use the only prime numbers. So in RSA encryption, we use large number of large prime numbers, but to understand it easily, we here use the short prime numbers, which is 11 and 13. One is used for the encryption, and the second one is used for the decryption. Okay, so we use these numbers to calculate numbers which we call n and phi. So we will calculate n and phi using these two numbers, and n is calculated using multiply these two numbers. You can see here, there it will told us to do something the same. Okay, here we have n is multiply the p and q, and phi is p minus 1 into q minus 1. Here it is. Okay, so now rest of the things is I will explain it later, you can read if you want to. So we have, so now what we know, that we know p, we know q, we know what is n, and we know what is phi. So p and q is assumed, n is p into q, and phi is p minus 1 into q minus 1. Okay, so now let's move forward to find an encryption key, which is e for our numbers. So we first, now we need to find the e, what is encryption key. So here you can see the Python code, and for to find the encryption key we need, okay, so what we need to find encryption key, we need to know the co-primality. What is co-prime number? So here it shows us the example of co-prime number. So by definition, if two integers are co-prime, then they do not share a common divider aside from the number 1. In other words, the only integer that you could divide both numbers. Okay, let's understand it with the example. When we take 8 then and 15, 8 and 15 are the two numbers which using which we will understand the basics of co-prime numbers. So 8 is a factor of 1 into 8 and 15 is a factor of 1 into 15. So what co-prime number is? Co-prime number do not share their divider except the 1. So here we have the common divider 1, which we can have, and the next dividers are 2 and 4, and the 15th divider are 3 and 5, where in which nothing is common. 1, 2, 4, 8 are different, and 3, 1, 3, 5, 15 are different except the 1. So 1 we can have in the co-prime number. So 8 and 15 are co-prime. And when we see 25 and 32, we have the same case here. So now you can understand the co-prime number. If you are not able to understand, you can read it. Everything is described here in briefly. So here now what we need to calculate the co-prime number between the 5 and the 2. Okay, so for that we use here the Python program, and for that we can get these numbers of co-prime. These are the co-prime numbers we can get here. So we can select any one of these, but in this example we use the 7 so that we can understand it easily. And now we have our encryption key as 7, and the next thing what we need to do is to find the decryption key. Okay, so for decryption key we need to find we will find the decryption key using this Python command, and here we have the decryption keys, and we can select any one of these, and the larger the number of keys, the larger the best is the program. So not the larger, we can select any random. So but in this example we use the 223 for the simplicity purpose. You can see this, it is written for the sake of simplicity. We will say that d is equal to 223, and you can see public key and the private key. This is all there. Till here we need to know for this write-up. Okay, so now let's moving forward. We have here the public key pair and the private key pair. So okay, you can see here what it is given here. It is 143. What I have 143, n is equal to 143, and the public key is we have as 7 and d we have as 223. So now we can see that in the public key pair we have the encryption, which is E has 23, and the decryption key, which is D as 61527. So now what we need to do, we have our key, here it is, and we can decrypt it using the online RSA calculator. So for that let me copy this all, and now let's move to RSA calculator, and you can get the second link here. Now we have to supply here the supply modulus n. So what we have the value of n, we have the value of n is 37627. So type here 3762 37627, and now we have to type here the decryption key. What we have decryption key is 61527 ciphertext message. We have already copied it, and now click on decrypt, and we can get a decryption message in numeric form here and a decrypted message in text form. Let's copy it. So now what we need to do, let's create a nano file, and let's change this key section with okay, so I will change it. Let's change it to the new command g2 and paste it here, control x y, and then now let's see what's inside it. So we have a begin RSA private key. Now we have to convert it into the hash. So for that we will use John the Ripper. To move to user share John ssh to john.py, and type here key 2 and save it with the folder name hash. And now let's see what inside our hash. So here we have, so now we have to crack this hash. We will crack this using the word list. Type John word list is equals to I have my rockview file. Okay, I have my rockview file in desktop, so I will take care of you. And now we have to crack the hash and press enter. So okay, when we press enter it will give us the password. So let's see what the password is. Okay, so we'll run to, okay, so here we have our password as white flower. Okay, so now let's stop this process, that as we have our password here. And now let's move to, so okay, so first of all we need to give the permission to our key2 file, which we have the RSA private key, which we need to log in into the SSH. For that we will type SSH I key2 and the IP address. Let's close this and this also, close it also. Here copy it, and RSA file, sorry, IP address is here. Okay, so before that we need to type the username. So the username is willow, and then add IP address, press enter, yes, and then type the password here, which is wildflower, and we will type this. Then we have our SSH as willow at willow tree. Now let's ls, and we have the user flag in user.jpg. So let's download this JPEG file using the SCP, and inside, so we have the key file in our willow folder inside key2. And now what we have to do, we have to type the username, which is willow at IP address, and where the file is located. File is located into home willow user.jpg, and then save it here. Okay, let's save the file to willow folder and press enter. It will download. Okay, so type enter, yes, again, permission denied. Okay, let's type the password while flower, and it is saying that permission denied. Let's try it again. And okay, so let's try with the super user. And okay, so we have to type the command again. I willow slash key2 willow at IP address home willow user.jpg, and download it to the willow folder. Enter the password is wildflower, and it will download it. And now let's move to willow. Here we have the user.jpg. Let's see what's inside user.jpg. And here we have our flag thm beneath the weeping. Here you can see that the user flag. So now we have find the user flag. Now let's see the root flag. Okay, so when we type the sudo l, we can see what we can run as a root. So we can run bin mount and a def. So def can so what we have inside def, we all can run it using the root. So let's see what's inside the def folder and press ls. So here the interesting file is hidden backup. You can see it here, hidden backup. And let's see that we can read it. So we cannot read it. So for that we can also run the bin mount as the root. So let's mount it to mint creds, and then password is wildflower, and okay, so the password is wrong. Okay, so it is showing that the password is wrong. So let's try it again. Mount def hidden backup and mount it to mint threads. Press enter. Then let's see what that it download mounted to threads or not, and ls, and you can see it is inside the threads.txt. Type cat creds.txt, and we have the password for root and willow. So when we switch our user to root, then we can type the password, and let's see what inside root, and then root.txt. So okay, sorry, it's inside the root folder, and it is saying that this would be too easy, don't you think? I actually gave you the root flag some time ago. So you have got my password now, go find your flag. Okay, so what we have got some time ago is only the user.jpg, which we have in our willow folder. So let's move it, see user.jpg, and let's try extracting it using the stack hide extract sf user.jpg, enter a passphrase, and we got our extracted data to root.txt. Let's see inside the root.txt, and we have the flag here as thm find the red rose on the grave, and you can see the root flag as here. So this video will be little longer, but I have to explain everything and we can get it in the time. So that's all for this video, and keep watching for the more stuff like these write-ups, and if you like this video, like it, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.